What's happening guys, it's Abhinav from PhoneBunch and this is our first look at the Lenovo Vibe K5 Note, which is selling for Rs 11,999 in India for the 3GB RAM variant and 13,499 for the 4GB RAM variant. Both come with 32GB of onboard storage. You have a 5.5-inch 1080p IPS display covered in scratch-resistant glass, and you have Android 6.0 Marshmallow running on the device. I'll get to the rest of the specs as we go along, but let's talk about build. So you have a metal unibody construction here. At the bottom, you'll find the primary microphone, micro USB port. On the right of the device, you have the volume rocker as well as the power button. Now both buttons have good tactile response, they offer good travel as well, and they don't wobble even a little bit. You can see that chamfered edge there too. Now on the left of the device, you have the SIM tray. Now you have a hybrid dual SIM option here, so you can either use 2 SIM cards or 1 micro SD card and 1 SIM card. Now you have 32GB of storage, which should be enough. Now at the top you have the 3.5mm audio jack, and you can see the secondary noise cancellation mic just above the camera there too. Now again, coming to the back, you have a 13 megapixel camera, you have face detection, autofocus, LED flash and a fingerprint sensor, and at the bottom you have the single speaker of the device. This one does support Dolby Atmos. Now in the front you have an 8 megapixel camera, proximity and light sensors, capacitive buttons below the display which do light up. Now this 5.5-inch 1080p display does have good color reproduction, wide viewing angles as well, and it is plenty sharp. Now we don't know whether it is protected by Gorilla Glass, but there is a scratch resistant layer on top. Now you can also play with the color balance of the display, as you can see right here, but the color reproduction even in general looked quite good. Now there are a few accessories that would be coming with this phone which have to be bought separately. This is the Bluetooth controller for TheaterMax. So once you put on the TheaterMax, you will be able to control everything using this. You have 4 buttons. You have an option to open up your browser, and there are some hair triggers as well. Actually, it's quite robust. Then you have the AMKit Evo Gamepad Pro 2, which can also be purchased in a bundle with this phone, priced at around Rs 2,000. I'll have links for all of this in the description, do check those out. Now here's the camera app. Not much going on here, you just have some basic effects, but the camera does take images quickly. It is quick to focus as well. I'll show you some image samples too, and you can record 1080p videos with the rear camera. The front facing camera did look quite impressive as well. It's an 8 megapixel shooter. Now you can see some of these images. The color balance is a bit off here. It seems slightly tending towards the warmer side. But one thing was there, focusing was good on the device. You can see whites, greens, they do look quite good. And even in lower light, the camera did perform adequately with not a lot of noise. Now we will be testing this camera out later on in our full review, so do stay tuned for that and hit that subscribe button. Now coming to software, this is what Lenovo calls its Pure UI, which is based on Android 6.0 Marshmallow. But in fact, it seems like Vibe UI Lite that we have seen previously from the company. There's a separate app drawer, you still have theme support baked in where you can customize the icons, the menus and all those things. And you can also go ahead and customize the quick toggles, which one you want at the top and which ones you don't. Now coming to storage, both the 3GB RAM variant and 4GB RAM variant come with 32GB of onboard storage, out of which about 24 odd gigs will be available to you when you get the device. USB OTG is also supported here, which is always welcome. Now you can see 3GB of RAM, out of which about 1.2 gigs were available, even though several apps were running in the background. Now there are some gestures and features available here, so you can double tap to open up the display, and the fingerprint sensor here is actually quite fast. You can do a lot of things with that. A single tap, you can use it as the home button, long tap on it and you can use it to open up your multitasking tray, and you can set different options as well. I'll just show those options to you. So you can see fingerprint gesture, you can customize it. Moreover, you can also take photos with the fingerprint sensor, which makes sense while taking selfies. Now performance in general is good on the device. I didn't see any lag, apps opened up quickly as well. One thing where the Helio P10 doesn't perform that well is in gaming. So we'll have to check how this one performs with a 1080p display. Overall, the build on the device is really superb. It feels good to hold in hand. You have a massive 3500 mAh battery inside. Yes, the looks are a bit reminiscent of another smartphone in the same price segment, but TheaterMax, a separate DAC for audio, as well as Android Marshmallow are some of the highlighting features. We'll be back with more on the Lenovo Vibe K5 Note. Do hit that subscribe button to get those videos first. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day.